National Football League. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. To kick off for Kansas City.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll begin by running the option. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Decided to keep it that time on the option. Got out left, but the defense was right there.
And you know what happened on that play, right? The defense, as you said.
After the sack on first down, Newton. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
7-yard line.
Just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him?
For the Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for postseason berth later in the year.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
can't make a big play with his legs, how about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
He's got a man at Sutton. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st and 10, Newton. Can't find it. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by the Chiefs.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
His kick
And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times have we talked about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go.
Big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Newton steps away to his left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Hill on the return. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this time will be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
The kick is good.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll start the drive by Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Newton, stepping, can't fire. He loses the football. It's out. And it's put out by the Chiefs. And these guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
4th and goal.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mahomes throwing on 4th. forced out to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Harrison Butker on.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Broncos.
From the gun, Newton. Open man, that's Nola Fant, the tight end. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Newton. They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 66 yards for him on the ground.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And the route is on here in this first half. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime here. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Wisnowski set to kick off.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that? He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up."
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Newton, he'll buy some time right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defense is getting...
The pressure gets to him again.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bunker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
Can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 25 on second down. Newton on the slant completes to Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Denver.
On first down, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. From the gun, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
20.
Throwing on second down. Newton. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 7.
Throwing again on second down. Newton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get 1 score closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Dancing to his left. It's a strong running. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And
now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on for a Chiefs touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 81 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Newton. This is the tight end Fant. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Able to get this to Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. To the air again, Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Well, nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
His pass caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, and that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?